Okay, here we go. I don't see myself. Hold on. Oh yeah, there I am. Hello, everybody. Mikey, welcome to the show. Today is Avorion, but it's kind of different Avorion tonight. If you were hanging out on Saturday, you would have heard me talking about I want to do something about the really stupid inventory system in Avorion. And because I can't seem to find a mod that will do it, and I don't know Lua, so I can't write my own mod, we're going to use the tool that I do know. Autohotkey. So that's what we're going to get into here now. So let's stick my face out of the way, and Mikey was just kind enough, Mikey, to restart the server because we were pretty high on memory, so we are going to just log back in here. And he's going to make sure we know that Lua is bad. Well, you think Lua is bad, but you haven't seen my Autohotkey yet. Which I assure you is worse. So, anyways, we're going to just wait for this to load up so that I can show you my inventory and show you what I want to do. One of those heated, fluid-driven pecking birds is superior to Lua. What kind Homer Simpson uses? Yes. Why? 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 When Homer works remotely. We are all Homer now. Yo, Critical. Welcome to the show. How you doing tonight? We are, fake hack automating stuff tonight. This is going to be interesting. Loading literally takes this long all the time. It's terrible. But anyways. And yes, it's in windowed mode. I don't know if it needed to be in windowed mode, but I think I'm going to have an easier time with it this way, so. It's just you girls. It's just you girls so far, it looks like. Mikey. Alright, where's my mouse? Oh, my mouse is definitely hung up on the Avorion screen. Oh, there we go. Nope, maybe not. Yes. Perfect. All right, here we go. We are in Avorion. So, the issue that I have with all of this stuff is when it comes to turrets, you can sort by DPS. You can sort by DPS per slot, but what's that? It goes from 20 meg to 2.9 gig when I join. Not pegged on CPU, so it's just net transfer. I mean, probably just like expanding all the stuff that needs to actually be active for my stuff to work, probably, if I had to guess. So one of the first player always results in multiple gigs getting allocated. Makes sense. Because now you have to actually serve stuff, right? So anyways, we can sort by DPS. We can sort by DPS per slot. Which means there's no easy way to just trash all of my short-range turrets that I don't like. And as you can see, I have lots of turrets, and they range from 10.32 kilometer to 3.96 to 3.96 to 8.5 to just anywhere and everywhere. I've got a a turret somewhere that's a 39-kilometer range. And I want to be able to very quickly and easily get rid of all of the short-range turrets. Now, in order to do that, because I can't find a mod that will do it for me, I'm going to write a little script that will read and trash these turrets if they're under a certain range. So, the important parts to get us set up, if I remember correctly, without reading too much. Hey, Amaki, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Well, I'm doing all right. How about you? We are coord mode. Mouse window will allow us to move and click. Coord mode. Pixel window will allow image search to work within the window. So the important thing we need is we need the hotkey that will actually trigger this. Or, hang on a second. Globals, we're going to need some global variables, and then we need our hotkey. And for the sake of this, I think I want to just use Control T. Make things easy. All right. And I want the message box to say, you control T'd, just to make sure it's working. Where did I put? All right, so we're going to run turret trash. And I'm going to say Control T, and I Control T'd. All right. Good. So now we're going to grab Windows Spy. We're going to look at Avorion, Avorion.exe. So to make sure that we are looking in the right place, AHKEXE. Avorion.exe. Make sure that no matter what. There we go. Now it makes sure to bring Avorion to the front. So I no longer need that because that's going to work just fine. All right, so the actual important stuff. Here we go. The very first thing we need to do is we need to find inventory, screen, then we need to find the grid. It's nice that it's in a grid. That's going to make things easier. Find grid, find inventory grid. Then we want to define the grid. Then we want to cycle through the grid. And we want to read turret tooltip and read turret range, and then if turret range compare, let's see, so compare and trash. Trash turrets as required, and loop. That's kind of the whole process, everything that we should have to do to make this work. So very first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this. Hey, Jangular, welcome to the show. Hacksaw. I mean, yes, this is definitely a really hacky way to do this. Anyways, so luckily for us, the player inventory screen never changes size. So it's always going to be about this big. It's always going to look like this. You need to ban a butter. Mikey needs to ban a butter from this. I mean... well, it was a good run, guys. See you later. All right, so super easy. In this case, we don't have to worry about too many variables because things are never going to end up resized. They're always just going to look like this. So with the magic of other Autohotkey commands, I can very quickly just screenshot everything real nice. And under the desktop helper, there we go. So let's move that into images. Okay. And we're going to go use good old Paint for this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to just slim this up real nice. So we know what we're working with. All right, and that one's going to just be our reference so that I can like measure stuff if needed. The original Paint, I literally mean the good old Paint. Good old Paint. I have done so much stuff with good old Paint. And it's going to fuzzy for a second. For the Paint 3D. Oh man, no, I will not paint 3D. Thank you very much. I want good old Paint. Okay, so that's the inventory window, and now we are gonna just grab. I use PNGs. Where are we going? We are going to here, and we are going. Yeah. No transparency. All right, we're gonna just use this. I'm gonna use this little guy here as kind of our 0 point. It was a process, but you got good old Paint to work on your PC too, so worth it. Oh, does it not exist anymore at all in Windows 11? One more reason not to update. All right, so let's see. So the player icon, and if we look here, the center-ish. I'm going to do this the fun way. We're going to... as big as I can go. All right. Whoa! Okay, the center, 43, 125. So the center from that is 43, 125. So find the inventory grid, X43, Y 125. Good information. And then I know that center to center oh, darn it. I need that. Let's see, 124. All right, and I'm going to calculator because head math is not my strong suit, and even doing simple subtraction doesn't work for me, and things are blinking. All right, epilepsy alert. Okay. 81 pixels, and let's see if that holds true. If we go down as well. So let's see, it's 125 and it's 206. 81. All right. So center to center and up and down is 81 pixels. All right, let's slim this right up here. There we go, player icon. Perfect. We're gonna need desktop helper again in a minute. Okay, so find inventory screen. That is going to be the image search, which is what Autohotkey is good for, or one of the many things. And there we go. So we are going to image search inventory X, inventory Y. And because pixel is going to be based on the window, it's going to search from this corner up here, and it's going to go this way. And I don't need that big of an area because according to Windows Spy, it's at X 500-ish, Y 200-ish. So if we go X, actually no, because it doesn't, because this is going to be bigger eventually. So that's not what we're going to do. We're going to go X1 is 0, Y1 is 0, X2 is going to be screen width over 2, so it's anywhere in that half of the screen. And anywhere, so it's going to be anywhere in the top quarter of the screen. And the image file is img player inventory.png. I think that's how that works. Let me double check. We're going to use some of these options here as well, but that's what we're going to work on for the moment. And it should, just in case, Autohotkey script directory image player inventory, and is that actually what I named it? Player icon. Player icon.png. Really appreciate my intelligence. I mean, this is, thank you. This is about the limit of my skill, if I'm being completely honest. Then we're gonna mouse move, and I'm gonna have to remember. Let's just save that and then mouse move. I have the memory of a goldfish, so as long as I know where things are, I can just copy and paste stuff out of their documentation. That's not how you spell that. Inventory X, inventory Y. Speed will be 5. Let's make it relatively slow. Okay, now, Control T should find the player icon and move my mouse to the top corner of it. Although, if I go 43 and 125, 43, 125, that should be the center of the first item. So, Avorion Tart Trash, reload, and Control T. There we go. It found the first icon. So really, I want to double check here though. Image search. Let's take, let's make it a little bit fuzzy. So we are going to add variation of 15. Even though it looks like it took 0 to find it, we're going to use 15 because we're going to need that later. And then, there we go. Error handling. Error handling is important. But we are going to not use message boxes. We're going to just use tooltip. Could not search, could not find. And then else will be the part where we actually do stuff. Okay, so that needs to be there, and then all of this exists inside this else statement. Because why not? Okay. And okay, grid X equals inventory X plus 43. Grid Y is defined as inventory Y plus 125. Then grid X can go here. Grid Y can go here, and then I can have the start is perfect for me. Should still do exactly what I want it to. Could not conduct the search because of this. That would be strange. Okay, how did I break that? Zero or more of the following strings may be present immediately before the name of the file. Ah. There we go. That's what I did wrong. There we go. Okay. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we can put these up here, I think. Grid width 12. And grid Y, we don't need, we're going to scroll, so we don't really need to get this proper, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go 8 as well. Oh, let's put capitals so my brain likes me. Okay. So that's our first point. Now, I could use relative movement, but absolute movement is way more fun and less likely to break. So we're going to loop grid W, which is, I mean, relatively self-explanatory, but, you know, grid width, and then no. We're going to go left to right and then top to bottom. So it needs to go from last to first. So grid Y and then grid X. That is defining the grid. Screw it. We don't need globals. We're gonna do this the wrong way. There we go. That's how you define a grid, and then we're gonna cycle through the grid like this. And we know that they are 81 pixels, so space equals 81. Okay, and then grid Y, grid X. Then I want another variable to control where my mouse is going. And I need to keep grid X and grid Y for... Do I need to keep grid X or grid Y? Probably not. Okay. So we are going to say grid X, grid Y. All of this belongs in here. So we are going to read the tooltip, do its thing, and then we're now in the loop we need to be in. So grid X equals, I don't think this is going to work. Plus equals, I don't think plus equals works in Autohotkey, but I could be wrong. Grid Y plus equals grid space. No. Grid X plus equals grid space. Once it's done looping, grid Y, grid space, and then do its thing again. This is going to go very quickly, but let's see if it works. It's doing nothing. Okay. Plus grid space. I'll need to find the bottom of the grid to get out of the loops. So because up here I've defined grid width as 12 and grid height as 8. And so what happens is it's going to loop grid Y times. So it's going to loop 8 times for the top row to the bottom row. And inside the top to bottom loop, it's looping for the columns left to right. And it's going to loop 12 times. So it's going to complete it's going to go like this. And then it's going to stop automatically. Autohotkey does not need an escape command to stop the loop, as long as it has a defined that should be defined as that should be given as a variable though. So that'll change that. Okay, so it did not do the right thing. And it's stuck. My mouse is stuck in the corner. All right, we'll give it a second. It'll finish. All right, we'll see what I did wrong here, because Avorion is still the active window, so it shouldn't be stuck in this corner here. All right. Now, normally when I bring up Task Manager, it gets in the way and Autohotkey quits running, but no, in this case, it's not going to. Okay. I don't know which Autohotkey. I don't know what I did wrong here. Did that get me out of it? Nope. Oh dear. I've really screwed something up here now. So there's Task Manager, but I can't. Confuses you as a programmer how I'm using the loop counters as counters and the pixel positions. Don't know Autohotkey. Ah! Wait. It's not going to stop. I broke it. No, you're right. That's a really bad typo. That's not what that's supposed to be. I've highlighted end task. Why can I not click on it? Why can I not hit enter and get end task to do its thing? There we go. Figured it out. Okay. You're absolutely right there, Amaki. I screwed up. It's grid width and grid height. That will solve my problem. And then X increment X, then we increment Y. Not that you've ever done anything like that in your 30 years of programming. Okay. So that was my, that was bad. And yeah, Autohotkey is it's a quirky language. Let's say that. All right. Look at that. I know what I did. I do need the other variables. Okay, this is going to finish on its own very shortly. But yes, I know what I'm doing wrong. Dobob, welcome to the show. Why am I botting? I wouldn't say I'm really botting. I'm just making one particular part of my game easier for myself. All I'm doing is writing something that will mark things as trash if they're below a certain range. So not anything terribly fancy. If I could even just sort by range in my inventory in vanilla, I wouldn't have this problem, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm writing an Autohotkey script to do the hard work for me. Anyways, what was I saying? So, you're pretty sure it's already in game? If it is, please tell me how to find it, because I can sort by tech, which is not range. I can sort by DPS per slot, which is not range. And I can sort by DPS. None of which gives me the range of the turret. So unless there's something I can put in the filter thing here that will do something for me, which I would be really happy if there was, it would save me having to write this script. But I take this kind of as a challenge and kind of want to do it now that I've started. Start X, start Y. Okay, that'll work, and then I just need to say grid X equals start X. That should fix that problem. Amaki, you mostly do mainframe, COBOL, RPG, but you do mess around with JavaScript, Excel, Python on occasion. Excel is probably my, Visual Basic for application in Excel is probably my second most well-known language behind Autohotkey. And then I would probably put PowerShell in a close third. There's lots of legacy-based mainframe. Up one. Dobob, range. Yes, range. I specifically want range. Okay, so let's see. It goes there, and then restarts. Perfect. And then restarts. And then restarts. Okay, so there we go. We are very quickly and easily parsing everything visible in my inventory. All right, good. See, Mikey, not everybody, you guys talk to people who speak COBOL. I'm not one of them, so don't worry about me. Lots of legacy mainframe-based stuff. You actually have what you believe is a full adder from an IBM 360 in resin on your bookshelf. Wow. EVE Online ice mining rig. I would not risk my account doing something like that. There are fewer and fewer of us here in the States. Not many schools teach it any longer, and COBOL has been going away for the last 30 odd years. Millions of line of code, so nothing anything soon. Yeah, that was that was how I got my start. My current position actually was maintaining a basically like it wasn't really a mainframe system. It was an ancient piece of technology that had been going away for like the last 15 years, and everybody I talked to was like, don't bother trying to figure it out because it's going away like very quickly. I learned it and it lasted another 5 years, but I got 5 years of work out of it. So does this use OCR? There are OCR modules for it, but I don't actually know how to make any of them work. So, yes, if I was smarter. How am I parsing the range? I haven't gotten there yet. I've got a trick. I've got a trick in mind. To see if it works. For now, all I'm doing is just moving the mouse around to make sure that things actually work. So anyways, what I want to do now is, wait, do I still have desktop helper? Yes, good. Okay. Just gonna grab a screenshot of one of those. All right. And we are going to grab nope, paint, please. Is that really a single pixel? All right, fine. Be that way. Okay, so there's range. Now I want to make sure. What's the best way to do this? Wait, I know what I'm going to do. Paint it really bright color and then just fill it later. So I can make sure that it's actually completely black. This is obviously really terrible. I wish I could zoom in more than 800%. Make my life easier, but this is the part of paint that honestly is actually a part that I actually really appreciate paint for, which is basically pixel perfect editing. Because if you tried doing something like this in Photoshop, it would actually bleed a little bit, and it wouldn't be as precise. Now, obviously, I'm not going to leave it red, I don't think. But I'll double check the... I don't remember exactly what I need to set for... Avorion team should hire me. They should hire me for my paint skills, right? Yeah. Close enough. Okay. Now, if I read image search about transparency, it's hex code. Okay. Okay, and this color is wow. Not even close to what I want. All right, so nope, hold on. There we go, missing texture pink. That's the correct color. So when I read the turret tooltip looking for the range icon, I can say range. I'm going to leave fuzzy 15, and I'm going to say trans, cannot type, there we go, trans 0x ff 00ff, and this is going to be range x, range row x, range row y, and row because, I mean, technically you could look at this tooltip like a list, you know, row 1, 2, 3, 4. So range, we'll call it a row and we'll be good. So range row x, range row y will get me the top corner of range. That pink should be transparent. And because I cannot move my mouse cursor onto the tooltip, which I'm actually glad for. What's the order of operations for tooltip here? Text XY, perfect. Okay. Tooltip, just going to say range, and we're going to put it X, Y. Wait 1 second and then clear the tooltip just so it doesn't stay there. And then that's where all of this is going to come in. So again, error level, just in case it cannot be found. All right. And I need to make this happen just once for now. So we're going to just change the width and height to 1 so that it doesn't try and do it 1,000 times. Right. There we go. If you don't put a space before your comment, it weirds out. There we go. And it successfully found range if we look. Okay. Let's do the whole top row and we'll see. So we should see range, yep. 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 Range. Oh, could not find range for these. Okay. And clear the tooltip at the end. So the problem we had, we moved the mouse and we got to image search too quickly before the tooltip popped up. Let's try that again. And let's make the range indicator shorter because clearly it's kind of working. All right. Yes, yes, yes. No, okay, it can't find. Why could it not find range on those three? Let's anything that is even giving us a hint that it might be transparent. Do that. Okay. It's just the last three that we're breaking. No, it's not finding the last three. Why is it not finding? It's finding this one. It's not finding these. Okay. Make the search quite a bit fuzzier. And now it's not finding them at all? That doesn't make any sense. Let's go back. Four, 8. Just move us along to the back half easier. Okay, range. No range. Whoops. 529. Let's move it over one more. Okay. See if it recovers on the next row. So it finds it fine, then it fails, then it finds it, then it finds it. And then fails on the last three. Oh! Because it's looking relative to the screen. Okay. So what we're going to do, grid X minus 100. Wait, let's see. Do I have... No, let's do this. Down here where it might suck, we're going to go grab a screenshot because I was giving it very much the wrong information. Okay, so if we assume that's center-ish, then range starts 70 pixels away. So if we say X, let's just go X0, and then grid X plus, should always be within 200. It's way more of a space than we need, but it should be there. Grid Y, just in case, minus 100, grid Y. Okay. Now it's going to base it entirely off where my mouse is instead of the screen space. Range, range, range. There we go. No issue at all finding the range. Glad I figured that one out. Okay. All right, so now once we've got range row X and range row Y, we know where to start looking for text. In this case, numbers. So I'm going to need to grab a bunch of screenshots that I can pull numbers out of. This is going to be this is going to be the time-consuming part. Or the terrible part, or the whatever part. So let's just start here, I guess. Don't need that screenshot anymore. Numbers. Let's see if I can extract a 1. Yes, I can. There is my 1, and of course, missing texture pink. There's 1. Yes, this is literally going to be this insanely tedious. Because I don't know how to implement OCR. And if I, like, you know... Oh, come on. What is this? There, 1 pixel. And there's a 2. And I just scrolled this by accident. Okay. There's a 2. All right, now just to make sure I'm not... Actually, no, I need at least a few more because I need to make sure that I can... Well, no, let's do this. From range and over, we're gonna have so many nested image search. And this will be different when I actually implement it. There's going to be a loop involved and a variable that will actually give me an actual range, and it will hopefully read the correct range off the screen and give it to me. But for now, I just want to make sure I can actually find myself some numbers. And I've lost connection to the server. Yay. So number X, number Y, and it's going to be range row X to range row X plus. It's going to like do like a scan line eventually. And then we're going to tooltip. We're going to do the same tooltip thing again. Tooltip number X, number Y. I should probably get this relogging because it takes forever to launch. Darn, okay. Don't mistype the password. That wastes a lot of time in this. Okay. While we're waiting, I guess I will grab... See if I can find a 3. There's a 3. Weird that I got dropped. That actually happens quite regularly, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't think it's anything to do with you. I'm pretty sure it's entirely my internet connection. Being my internet connection, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Missing texture, pink. And there's a 3, so let's add we're going to just expand our search a little bit. This is just to verify that it can actually find numbers on the screen. All right. All right, there's my turrets. Okay, it found a 2 where there shouldn't be a 2, though. And it's it's finding 2s in weird places. This was wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. No fuzz. That's likely going to break it, but you know. Let's see, and tooltip is going to be 1, tooltip is going to be 2, tooltip is going to be 3. Plus move it out of the way so that it just highlights that it's finding it and I can actually see what it's doing. Well, that's definitely not right. Because it's failing to find it. That's why. Because 0 is not an acceptable value. Let's go low, 5. And for the most part, once I get scan, like the scan line the way I want, no, still not good enough. Okay, so it's finding it sometimes. Not often enough. All right, 15 was the answer. And in fact, 15 is the answer for the offset too, because that's too far away. I actually had to stop and guess at what was going on. Let's try this again. 2, 3, yeah, 1. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay, it failed because there is no 2. That's why it's not working. Okay. So good. So that works. So now I need to just sit down and extract some numbers. Because yay. Hey, Nolan, welcome to the show. I aim to entertain. I better not miss. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one tonight. The miss might be real. We'll see. There's not going to be a lot of, gameplay going on tonight. Just some light hacking. How you doing, Nolan? It's been a while. What are you up to? Playing some 7 Days to Die. Ooh, sounds like fun. I did a good pick with the screenshot. You see all the numbers except 7. Ooh. Way to go, me. Don't mind that one bit. All right, there's a 4. Nolan, you were looking at modding X4 earlier and remembered how much you hate model rigging. Yeah. Is it Are you... I'm assuming you're trying to make spaceships right now? Considering the way I've seen people mash models together to make spaceships, something tells me it's probably really, really difficult to work in whatever format is needed for X4. Whoops. There's a 5. Some of these other 2 in the cost. Ooh. But the cost, but it all has to be the right scale. Oh, you're trying to rig character models. Okay. That kind of sounds like fun. And yeah, I would agree. Spaceships are probably a lot easier. Because, you know, spaceships generally aren't soft bodies. Which is kind of important. I can't imagine a soft body spaceship really working too well. You were trying to get a B1 battle droid model. Ooh, interesting. Popping Bubas, welcome. Why did the Discord bot not do its thing? My bot's broken. Mike, you're wondering about 5 versus 6 depending on the font. 5 is almost a subset of 6 pixel-wise. That upper left corner pixel that differentiates them. Let's look at them side by side. Although, yeah, Amaki, the bot's taking a nap. Hold on a second. I gotta go see what's up with Stream Elements. Because yeah, I've also noticed now that we haven't been getting the regular announcements either that it normally throws at me. Let's see, chatbot, chat commands. Hold on, I gotta check my... Yeah, I didn't even get an announcement when I went live. Darn it, Stream Elements, why... Why is my bot not working? Anyways, there's the Discord link. I'll have to deal with my bot later. I don't know what its problem is. And yeah, I was gonna look at 5 and 6 side by side. Hold on. Because yeah, the transparency on 5 might make it read as a 6. Okay. That's inventory window. I want numbers. Hopefully that's good enough and doesn't break finding 5. And there's 6. And all right, did we find a 7 or? Yeah, no, the cost is too big. That's not going to work. Nothing there. All right. We need something. We need a different one that's got a 7 in it. That's got a 7 in it. You are numbers part 2. Numbers part 2. Buttons. All right. Okay. I should have the 7. Yes, I do. That should work. Looks a lot like a B, actually. But it's an 8. Parsing the period might cause... Yeah, I'm thinking about how I'm going to pull that off. I think it's going to have... It's going to have like a line, like a non-transparent line all the way up just to make sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to end up having to give it a lot more fuzziness, though, to make sure that it gets it. But as long as it's the only one that's slow, I think I'll be okay. There's no 0 on this one either. Wait. Yep, no 0. Okay. There's one. Okay, and I think I'm going to end up having to leave the center of this one so that it does not get confused with an 8. Okay. Okay, we're going to make sure we've got the right height. See if that works. We'll see if that works. Okay, we're going to make this a lot smaller because we're about to have a lot more to check. Are the tooltip backgrounds 0 transparency? No, they're slightly transparent. Hopefully I can make up for that. They have a background image, but if I look real close, I can see, like for instance, this turret right here with the 2. If I look over here, I can still see the 2. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm doing. But I can control the transparency here, so we're going to have to just try it. But I'm actually going to... We're going to loop counter equals a index -1. Counter so it'll go through 0 to 9. and then I'll deal with finding the decimal later. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 3, 4. Okay. Is it done? It's like it moved and then broke. Let's try that again. So it's going to miss a couple. That's fine. Because it definitely looks like it's finding the correct numbers where it needs to. Good. Okay. Did its thing. Now let's just see if I can get it to find a period. What is the purpose of all of this? Nolan, the purpose of all of this is Avorion's inventory system sucks. And I don't like it, and I want it to be better. And so the purpose of this script is to very quickly parse turrets and turret ranges, so that I can tell it I want all my turrets that are less than a certain range to just go away. So we can just trash them and then just make them go away, because I can't sort by turret range. And I'm not going through all of these manually and looking and reading the turrets or turret range. I want a script to do it automatically, and that's what we're doing. All right, and now we're going to try and find the first period. And it definitely just found all of those periods. So let's up it to 6 and 2. Let's give it a bigger sample size and make sure it still finds all of them properly. Period, 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 period. Okay, it reliably found all of those periods. This is good. This is good. So we actually have 0 to 9 and period being correctly identified. It's exactly what I wanted. All right. Now it's going to get really tricky because now I have to read. And theoretically, I can break on the period because I don't need to know the... Well, let's look at the specifics. Let's look at the specifics. So, this is great. This might be easier. I mean, I went looking for UI mods that would let me do it, and the only one I found didn't work. It did nothing. It gave me a nice, different turret menu. It will not. Do you have any idea how long I tried to find like this exact thing? Is there documentation that tells you this? Because I mean, like, this is like almost perfect. The only downside is that if I say range 1, yeah. If I say range 1, I still get things that are like range 17. can still get a range 17 out of range 1, so it's not perfect. But if I go range 1 point, does it lose it? Yeah. But then I still have to go in and I have to manually mark all of these for trash, right? We're still doing it my way. Thank you, Nolan. That's fantastic. I'm still doing this my way because I'm in here and I might as well. All right, so range row is there. So now we want to offset Can I just use Nolan search and then auto clear to iterate through the grid for trashing? Yeah. Yeah. But I wanted the challenge. Dang it. Yeah, I could. What, it will still trash stuff that's been filtered out. That's not great. But not terrible. All right. So I can do that. I could do that. And it would be over and done with pretty quickly. It would take some more manual intervention because I'd have to go in and I'd have to set ranges unless I told it I could, Mikey, but I'm not actually like looking. I'm not actually looking at the icons of the things that I'm highlighting. So that theoretically would be possible, but it would still just find them unless I completely change how I'm highlighting the items. So the other thing I could do then is I could tell it to give me a range. I could tell it to send range values and then just trash and then range and then trash and then range and then trash and then range and then trash. But it gives me these, which I don't want to trash. Yeah. Okay, so there's enough people watching. What do you guys want me to do? Do you want to see me try and finish my screen reading method and go all the way through and actually read each thing off? Or should I pivot to Nolan's search method and just get the script to send me range searches and just go and trash everything? Mikey thinks the numbers approach is cooler and more versatile. Okay. Because I could give it any number. Like, I could tell it, trash everything below, like, 14.8 if I wanted to. Don't mind seeing how I'm going to do it. Okay. I really like that you found that, and I don't know why when I must have just asked Google the wrong thing. I don't know. But we're going to continue on doing my silly method. Because, yes, I am silly. And do things the hard way. All right. All right. It's a programmer, you're interested in how I'm going to do it. Oh, man. As a 100% self-taught brute force programmer, you're not going to like how I pull this off. Okay, so anyways, range row Y is exactly where we need it to be. So my range row Y, we're going to just move we're going to move it up a tiny bit to give it a little bit of a buffer. And then we're going to double check these should all be about the same size. It's 11 by 11. 12 by 11. 12 by 11. By 11. I'm going to just assume they're all 11 pixels tall. So I'm giving it a 5 pixel buffer. That's 16. If I give it a 5 pixel buffer on each side, that's 21. Let's give it a 4 pixel buffer. So it's 19 total. Range row Y. Wait, no, I don't need that. I need 11 plus, I need 15. Range row X is just going to be a starting point, and we're going to just slowly scan our way across the screen. But range, see, if I just look at how wide my range icon is, 49 pixels. So let's give it range row X plus 55. And all of these are 11 or 12 pixels. And I want it wide enough that I can confidently grab every pixel. Or grab every number without overlapping and getting two numbers. So let's go an icon or a number and a half. So 12 plus, so 18. See, that's starting. 18. It's not going to be a range row X though. Do I then have to take into account the width of the number that I found? Yes. Yes, I do. Which is going to be interesting. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to I want to keep X the same. Yes. So what I'm going to need a couple different variables here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move, I'm going to increment pretty harshly until, no, I can't. I'm going to make this very close. I'm going to make this, I'm going to make the search area only 15. Look X is going to be 15. Look width, look X. No. Look width is 15. Look height is 18. No, I can just use the range row. I can just use the range row. I don't need a height value. So if I have the right bound of the rectangle, I could start from there on the next match. Yeah, it's going to increment like that. First match might need to be conservative. Just do a rectangle twice as wide as the widest character, and then increment by the smallest character width. I'm not sure how, if I could do that, but I'm not sure how I would end up, like within that search area. If I end up with a double, like a 33 point something, how do I know I read 33 and didn't just read the 3 twice by accident? So I need to be able to move far enough. And how slow is it? It's gonna be kind of slow. I say 2x thing just mean for the first match. Once I find a number, then I switch to the right bound as a starting point. Doesn't the image matching tell me where my bounding box was? It will tell, yeah, it'll tell me, yeah. If I find a match, it'll tell me where it found it. Okay. Okay. Search X equals range row X plus 55. I don't need search Y because I'm just going to use you're going to just shut up. You don't want to get blamed when it doesn't work. I mean, it's all good ideas. It's all good ideas. So we're going to get rid of that as well. We're going to need a switch. Found equals false. Found range equals false. Once found range equals true, then if found range ever comes back blank, then we assume it's the end of the range. So image search. Yeah, number works. Search X. Range row Y minus 4. Range row Y plus 15. If you really want to tickle or pretend like an entire round of startup funding hinges on this working, you've seen crazier. Yeah. Yeah, this is the kickoff of Magical AI Company, based on really, really, really crappy OCR that only works for one specific situation. Okay, so search X, and then the X is going to be search X plus look W, which is our look width. and this is going to be number. Look number. Let's give it. Let's just call it OCR, even though I'm not actually doing any OCR. Oh yeah, I should just get ChatGPT to write it. I'll have to ask ChatGPT to do. I mean, parts of it, yeah, I could definitely see parts of it working. Telling it to do exactly what, like asking it for this entire script in one go, I don't think would happen. Okay. So for each position, I need to search for every character until it finds one. So we're going to loop 11. If a index does not equal 11, OCR equals a index minus 1. Else, this is really ugly, but okay. OCR equals decimal, because that's what I called the decimal. I need 4 variables to hold for each number that I found, or an array, and then move the found into an element. You think I need a map from my character to the width so I know how much to increment in the next step. Yep. Probably. I can probably just go read those right now. But let's define them up here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and D for decimal. Now, can I get this to be really nice and just tell me dimensions? Aha! Look at that. Okay. 0. No. 12. Okay. 12. 8. 12. 11. 11. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 5. Problem solved. So I know for certain that the first digit will never be a decimal, because it'll be if it's less than 1, it will be 0 point, which means the narrowest number is 8. And if it's 1.8, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ugh. So if I increment by 8 every single time, and I search an area that's at least, what's that? Maki, you're thinking if when I get the number for the range and come out to see if it matches my acceptable range, I'll need all the parts to put together. Maybe it was just skin the cat. So the beautiful thing about Autohotkey is it will freely and happily convert strings to integers without any issue whatsoever. So what I can do is I can, for each space, I can just search for all numbers. As soon as I find one, I just take whatever that number is and just concatenate it to a string. And as I work my way through, I'll end up just concatenating a bunch of little strings together, and then it'll just be like, hey, there's your integer, there's your range. So that should go together pretty easily. I just need to figure out exactly what, I just gotta noodle my way through exactly what all these ranges are gonna be. Or like my search ranges, because I would hate to accidentally skip over a number. But if I'm incrementing by 8 each time and I'm searching an area larger than 8, like double, 16. Yeah, what Mikey said, double, 16. That 8 would mean 16. So I'd move by look width is 16. Look increment would be 8. And then I can change the look increment once I find a digit. In fact, if I change this to decimal, then I can quite literally use my OCR value to pick which one of those I want, so that won't be a problem at all, because yay, Autohotkey is silly. But it's been 2 hours. We just hit the 2-hour mark, so I am going to go take a real quick break, and then we will get back to stressing Kanan's brain in silly ways. So sit tight, everybody. I'll be back in 5. All right, we're back. So, what we're doing here is I need to grab the if else thing. All right, and air level 1, I don't care if anything happens. Air level 2 means it couldn't load the image, which is obviously going to be a problem, but once we get it all sorted out, I don't think it's going to be an issue, and I'll clear that out later. So air level 1 means it didn't find anything. But we don't want to increment anything right away, because it would do that before it searched all the numbers. We need to search all the numbers first. But if it finds something, then we continue. Now, is exit loop just exit loop? Or is it continue? Apparently it's break. Oh, wait. First less than 5, continue. First greater than 25, break. Interesting. Continue increases the index by 1. Break leaves the loop. Okay. So at the bottom here, we want to say break to break this loop. We're gonna need to nest some loops here. But right here, I want turret range, and it's going to equal a blank statement for now. Okay, we're going to put a if statement here. If OCR equals decimal, no, wait, we're in, I think that's how we do it. OCR equals period. Turret range equals turret range concatenated with whatever the value of OCR is as a string. And then this is way better. Build the string than convert. Definitely. Trying to add numbers together is not would not happen. Okay, then we need to set. We don't actually increment here, but we set how far we're going to increment. So look inc equals num width OCR, and actually I want to put this before we replace the value of OCR. So what's going to happen here is number width from here with the variable from OCR, which matches these, tells us what our increment distance is, and that's going to be how far we're going to bump forwards. So I'm starting with the lowest non-decimal because it can't start with a decimal. And then found range needs to equal true. And then I want to, we're going to add another loop on top of here. And it's going to be a loop with no defined endpoint, because it will go until we don't get a response out of here once we have a response out of here. So this is what we do first. Found range equals true. Found value equals false. Found value equals true. We're inside that loop. If found range equals true and found value equals false, break. So let's see if this makes sense in my head. So we start off, we have not found a range. We start the loop. We set our found value to false as well, and we loop. Assuming we do not find anything here, we continue along 11 times, going through each possible digit. If we do not find a value, we increment and we go again. There needs to be an upper limit to the number of times I can increment. Otherwise, we could run into a problem where it fails to find anything and the script gets stuck. So let's give it an upper limit. If we're incrementing 8 pixels at a time, let's just take a quick look here. Although, hang on, some turrets have much wider. Yeah. Some tooltips are very wide because some guns have really long names. Let's take that one, for example. Save that screenshot. Use the width of the window for my upper limit. I could, yeah. That would work. What I'm going to try here, though, so let's see. We're going to start at the front side of range. So right there. I know this is the range, and we are out. We're only out 200 pixels? All right, fine. Let's give it 400 pixels, but we're gonna go 400. That 50 iterations. If I iterate more than 50 times and don't find a letter or find a number, assume there's no number. So loop here will be 50, and that's going to just be an arbitrary number, and we're going to see what happens. Let's make it 100, just in case I'm wrong. Okay, now, so I'm doing the adding to the OCR there. So what I do is I search X. search x equals search x plus look increment. So we find at the end of this else statement, no, right at the end of the loop. At the end of the loop, we are going to message box turret range. Actually, no, search x equals number x, because that's where it found that's the top leftmost pixel. So we're going to increment -1, just in case there's a problem. All right, this might crash and burn, but let's test it.
You might have been pushing too hard to viewer in front of you.
It found nothing. Okay. That's all right. Is there a sleep in there? No, there's not. That's really slow, isn't it? Although, if it actually found something, I think it would have gone faster. What I can do, I can get a tooltip to show us where it's looking. Yeah, I'm exactly what I'm gonna do, Mikey. I'm gonna draw where it's looking. But I'll draw on the outside of this loop, I think. Tooltip. How do we do it? X and Y, right? Search X. Range row Y plus 30, just so that, or plus 15. That should put a tooltip right underneath where it's looking. I think for you and Amaki, this is the most riveting stream to date. Watching somebody stumble through a really bad program. You haven't lurked yet in this one. Okay, well, I guess that means you're interested. All right, let's try this again. So it's going to find... Okay, so it's stuck behind the range. That's why it's not looking. So what did I do wrong here? So search X equals range row plus 55. Oh, because if it didn't find it, it never gets better. Okay. So I have to change that in here. In the "Hey, I found you" category. This is going to be... This is dumb. But I think it's gonna work. And I need both of them because this will reset if it finds something. This will run whether it finds something or not. This is really bad code. Okay. Still really slow, but it might find something. Okay, it found a 4. So, I mean, better than nothing, right? Let's go again. Finds a 4, okay. Does it find the 8? Yes, it does. Does it find the 1? Man, it's slow, though. Okay, we found the 1. Found the 4. Do I have anything... I wonder if I've got anything higher range. Like, if I've got something that's a double digit, will it find the double digit? I gotta adjust where I start, because this is just terrible. 4 again. I don't think I've got any double digit ones here. They're 4s and 8s. That is so slow. It's like insanely slow. Okay, I've got railguns up there that I know are going to have double digits. So we're done. Let's see. 18. Okay, so we're going to go back to here. It might, yeah. Yeah, drawing the tooltip is probably not doing it any favors. So we're going to start at the front of the inventory. We're going to only do 1 row. We could jump it over to where I expect it to see. Yeah. That time it found 0.3? Well, that's a problem. Okay. 2, okay. So it can find the decimal. Sometimes. I gotta run this again and see what it did there. 5, and now, am I gonna get an 18 or am I gonna get a problem? It missed 2 numbers on... So it found 1.3 on 18.83. Here's a 10. I think I need to increment it by less, even though it... 1.2, okay. Okay. So let's make the width 18, and let's increment. Let's increment less. Wait. Because I'm incrementing it twice. Okay. It's all right. I got it. This was not supposed to be an increment step. This is supposed to be an error correcting step. Let's go back to 1. Let's go back to 16. I think that's my problem. My error correction wasn't error correcting. All right, 8.53. Okay, I found 0.53. That's better. Am I going to find 2.8? I can drop the increment down a little bit. It found 28. Okay, that's a problem. $567. Okay, so it missed the decimal. $567. All right, it missed the decimal. Am I going to get 1883? Am I going to miss the decimal again? It's progress though. 1883. I missed the decimal. Okay. This is okay. This is okay. We can work with this. 1032. I'm reliably missing decimals. All right. We're going to increment. Oh, I know why. Yeah. Because it looks for the other numbers before it looks for the decimal, and my search was just wide enough that it was catching the entire other digit. So we're going to up that a little bit. And search X, we're going to add... we're going to add an extra 200 to this, so we start much closer. $8.53. That was correct. This one is still very far away. But it found 2.8. That's correct. Okay, that started in the wrong place, so that's not correct. 200 was too much. I'm going to knock 50 pixels off of it and try again. And let's clear the tooltip. Let's not give ourselves tooltips and see if it's faster. That's really slow. It's really slow, but it works. Okay. It worked. I could binary search my way to the beginning of the first character. I want to get fancy. It looks faster with the tooltips. Yeah, I think it's probably because you saw it was doing something. Yeah, I could do a single get pixel and look for white. I don't know if that's what you mean, Mikey. I'm not. I seriously don't actually know what binary search is, but I'm assuming what you mean is like dark or light, and just look for the light. I don't know if it'll actually work. It might. It might work. Another thing I can try. I can reduce the fuzziness and see if I can still find them. I don't think it found it. Oh, dear. It definitely didn't find it. It's timing out. All right. Yeah, it didn't find it. Coding is so much fun. I mean, it works. Binary search where you divide your search area into two and go over under, but no. Oh, okay. Gotcha. No. So what I could do is I could do a get pixel. Do get pixel value. I mean, it works, right? Like we've established that it does work. If I say search, it finds it. Now, the other thing I can do is I can lose element here, but it might be faster to copy the entire row to a buffer array and then iterate till I hit the first white pixel. See operations that do things to the screen and you copying the buffer out. Just slow, I think. Yeah, it is, because it's basically taking a screenshot of the area every time it searches for something. If I used like GDI plus, I could do that faster, but that would completely I'd have to completely replace my image search at that point. Copy the entire row into an array, then iterate locally without calling out to the screen pixels again. That would probably make it way faster. Yeah, it would. You do an image search on a local buffer array. Not natively. There are plugins or like classes that you can that people have written that will do it better. But what I can try to do is I can go. I think it's pixel get color. Yes, it is. Screenshot like 2 million pixels. So my image search, you think, then cropping it. So the search area is actually limited to this formula. So the actual search area is pretty small. The last argument I'm passing in what I've got highlighted. So the image search, it's returning the X coordinate of the leftmost pixel that it found, followed by the Y coordinate of the topmost pixel that it found. This is the coordinate on the in the window, the active window that it starts searching X. This is the Y value in the thing. That is the image. So OCR is a variable. So what I've got here, in this type of expression, if you wrap something in percent signs, it becomes a variable. So a script directory is a built-in Autohotkey variable that returns the path to the PNG. It's like 1 kilobyte. OCR.png is cycling through these, so they're all 1 kilobyte. And like the area it's searching is pretty small, but it has to search. It does it loads multiple things per time. And yeah, it's a lot slower than I expected. I've used rapid image search before and it wasn't this slow. I wonder if I can do RGB. Pixel get color and just run across and look for yeah, let's do this. Loop. Wait, let's not loop yet. The loop will go there. Pixel get color. Color X is search X. Y is range row Y plus 5 should find what I'm looking for. Oh, that's built in. That doesn't work. Color get. Message box. Color get. This is just to see what it's coming up with. And then I want RGB. To get an RGB value. Because I can turn the RGB value into I can take the RGB value, turn it into an actual value, and then give it an over/under, and say if it's over this, then you know you found something, and that should go faster than. Whoops! Right, it helps if I turn that into a variable instead of a string. One C, one A, one sub. 2.5. So still very dark, but potentially finding stuff instantly. Okay. All right. Very, very simple way of getting color. Let's go substring color get 3.5. I just want the first two. Oh, no. 3.2 because it's only getting the first two because, yes, substring works really dumb. It's a C. Okay. If we take that and divide it by 1, it will give us a value if it's less than 50%, and it will give you nothing if it's greater. So if it equals blank, color get and break and search X plus 2. Instead of them profile, can you see them? Not with image search. Image search, like the built-in image search function in Autohotkey is like kind of junk, actually. So get pixels should be faster. Oh, that's not right. Okay. Okay. Lose that. Okay, so what I'm doing here, for anybody curious, pixel get color, I'm basically drawing a line right down the middle of where the row is for my range. I'm getting an, it's not actually, I don't know why that's not working. It's actually getting me a hexadecimal value. I'm taking the first digit of the hexadecimal value right there, and I'm dividing it by 1. Because in Autohotkey doesn't care if you're a string or an integer, it will happily divide anything you want by anything you want. So if it takes the substring and it can convert it to an integer, it will, and it will divide it by 1, and it will come up with the value. However, if it's a letter, it cannot convert that to an integer, and so when it tries to divide it by 1, it comes up with null. If we come up with, if the first digit is a letter, we're assuming we're like 65-70% brightness, which means we're probably looking at a number. So it iterates its way across until it finds a number, backs up a tiny bit, and then kicks off the image search function. This probably only needs to be 10. I don't think we're going to get any higher than that. It's slightly faster, but not a lot. I can get the window width correct. If so, you could get the width and subtract around 70 from it to get where the numbers would be starting. Like 5 or 6 characters times 12 pixels should get me close. So The only window width I can get is the actual width of the game window. But I'm narrowing, like every step I take here is narrowing this down, right? So when I kick off the hotkey, the very first thing it does is it looks for this icon right here. When it finds this icon, I've set, so right here, player icon, I've set that, and I know the X and Y offset from the top corner of this to the center of the inventory, of the first inventory item in the grid. Then as I make my way through, I do a search for the range. So the range on the tooltip, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking from the grid, from where I'm starting on the grid to 200 pixels that way. So it's only a very small little area, and then I'm giving it a little bit of up and down as well. But really, it's a so it's like a 200 by 600 pixel place that it's looking for the range. And then once it finds the range, I've got range row X and range row Y, and I know that it's going to be in this very, very narrow little strip along the exact same line as range. So range, from there, what I'm doing is I'm saying, I know I've got a little bit of space because of the width of the tooltip from the end of where it found the word range to where the actual numbers start. So I'm offsetting it by 205 pixels. And then when it comes time to search, I'm just doing a single pixel search right down the middle of that row, starting where my offset is, until I find something that's bright. And then from there I start from that value, and again I'm only looking -4 pixels to plus 15 pixels. So I'm looking at a very, very, very narrow space. So I'm really, it's like, what do you call I don't know what you call the search type where you go big, small, tiny, and then you're good, right? So if I don't really know how else I could do it to optimize that process of elimination. If I went and decided to add GDI plus, or add a GDI plus library into it, I could be snapshotting the whole screen and then just doing it all in a buffer, which would be significantly faster, but that would involve dealing with the GDI plus class, which I've done once. And it is pretty quick, but the amount of effort it would take to implement, I would not get that done in an hour. And I've got at most an hour left on the stream. So what I'm coming up with here is, it's going to work. It will be slow, but it will do its thing. Right? But yeah, it's actually disappointingly slow. But here we go. So it finds it, it looks, finds it, looks, finds it, looks. It missed the one. Because the one is too many pixels. Ooh, it could actually miss the one very easily. Hang on. I have to increment by 2. Or it will miss the 1. .8, 5.67, 5.67, 18.83, 10.32. Okay. Yeah, I really wish it was faster. Really wish it was faster. Okay. Now let's only give me if turret range is greater than 8, so we're only going to get a tooltip if it's greater than 8. So, for instance, that should go away. That should go away. And if that works, I know I can start hitting the trash button. Okay, that one goes. This one should just pass. Yep, pass, pass. Oh, it passed on that one. And it passed on that one. Uh-oh. Let's get it out of the quotation marks. Okay. Okay. All right, so there we go. So that, for whatever reason, the quotation marks were screwing it up. So now all I have to do is change that to mouse click, and if I don't give it any parameters, it'll just click right where it is. And send T for the trash. That's not even close to working. It trashed. Oh. Ah! If it's less than 8. All right. Let's put this up here. Range cutoff is 8. If range is less than range cutoff, okay, and it is marked a 2.8, a 5.6, and a 5.6 for trash, and has left the 8, the 18, and the 10. So it works. It is slow as molasses in winter, but it works. So let's do some quick little cleanup here. I'm going to leave that because that's informative. Okay. There it is. Now we change this to 12 and we change this to 8. And it is so painfully slow that I don't think I will ever actually use it. But here it is. The automatically mark turrets for trashing. Let's see, 4, that should get a trash mark. That should get a trash mark. That will not. That will get trashed. That will get trashed. That will get trashed. Okay, it missed one. That should get trashed. That will, a little bit left. That will get trashed. Trash. 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 Yep. It was great for the science of it. Yeah. I mean, it works. It's just really slow. I should really look for my GDI. I have a copy of the GDI class somewhere. I should look at it. I wonder if I can pull it off in an hour. I'm just going to let this keep running. I mean, I have the GDI class, but do I have the NOD class? I do not have the NOD class. Okay, so why did it trash that? So it messed this one up, and it's trashing a rocket launcher with a 17, so that's not good. Let's see, it got... It missed that. Okay. Okay, I need... see, the desktop helper uses GDI. There it is, GDI plus. It does all of that. Nope, I got a better idea. We are making a fast trash version, and we're just going to use what Nolan showed me, which is you can totally just do search right here by doing stupid things like this. There's everything with a range of 1 something. And all right, fast version, here we go. Fast. And the fast version doesn't need any of this at all. Doesn't need that. Doesn't need that sleep. All right, we know where grid X and grid Y is. Okay, we can't control A delete, so we'll have to do this the hard way. I need the inventory window. Okay, so if that's 0, 0 according to the finder, then if I click at 760, no, let's click, wait. I need to click all the way over here to make sure I'm good. So we're going to click at 940 and 62. And that's a mouse click, which I'm pretty sure I know how to use, but why take the chance? Mouse click, yeah, okay. Don't need mouse move, we need mouse click. Left. What did I say? 945, 62. Start X plus, start X, start Y plus. We need a loop. It's still going to be 3 loops deep. Let's go loop 7. Nope, 8. And if I'm correct, if I say 0 point, yep. I don't really need 0 point though, because it looks like that's all mining lasers, and I wouldn't mind keeping the mining lasers. So we won't. We'll go 7, and we won't bother using 0 as an index. We'll start at 1. Send, ooh, caps lock. Send, let's see, range 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Send backspace. That should work. Send range %a underscore index period. Mouse click left, grid X, grid Y, send T. This is going to be way faster, and I just did this in, what, 10 minutes? This is what happens when things actually work, right? Shall we test it? Totally not working. Not even a little bit. Okay, at least this wasn't that easy. That's good. Well, this is a problem. And I can't, it's smashing T so hard that I can't. Oh. Okay. Nope, because it's clicking. It's clicking constantly. It's not going to go. Mikey was AFK. So Mikey, I decided that it's too slow. And I decided I needed to to use Nolan's. I'm signing out of my computer. Used what Nolan found with the way you can just easily search. So I'm like, I don't need any of this code. I saved it. It's a separate thing. It'll still do the thing. But I duplicated it, and I'm just like gone. And I want just a real quick search. Run version, and yeah, it did things. Anyways, we'll get back into Avorion in just a second, and we were going to do this again. And no, you don't need to kick anything. Kicking wasn't going to fix anything. You can cut a few endless loops yourself. Always fun to call the operations folk and have them cancel your process. Yep, I've been that guy that does the canceling. Good times. I'm going to add... I'm going to add 3 very nice little lines. Control P, pause. So that I can pause my script, so I don't have to log out of my computer to get it to stop. Because, that was not good. All right, that's going to take a minute. So what did I do wrong here? So loop 7 times.
Hello there.
Hey, Wolfcat. Oh yeah, you're banning bots again. Thank you very much. I appreciate the effort. All right, what did I do wrong? So find the icon, start all of this, set up the important stuff, then loop 7 times, mouse click. Okay, so first thing I did was I clicked on the wrong spot. So we're clicking in the inventory spot instead of the... So that'll click us in the right spot. So then it's going to clear it. Okay, good. I was like, I'm pretty sure I did not self-destruct derpness. So that would have been bad. There was an echo with the sound command. Probably that plays out of my speakers and hit my microphone. It was very loud. It was the stream computer is turned up very loud right now. There's only so much I can do about that if I'm not wearing headphones. Okay, so here we are again. I've got it just on my C drive. All right, fast. Let's test. Control P. The script is paused. Okay, good. We're okay. We've got it. We've got a much better escape plan now. We're gonna get it to just pause on its own right here. So grid W, grid H. Let's make grid height 1. And go to DPS, so we've got our... Okay. Did nothing. I'm not getting a tooltip saying it can't find it, so it finds it. Else tooltip found why is it not doing anything? We're looking for player icon. There's the player icon. Wolfcat, same as you then. You like to use speakers instead of headphones. Use headphones, we've got others in voice chat with you so you don't echo too much on stream and hear them better. But yeah, have the best volume setting on your speakers. I still get some echo in the letter sounds. Yeah, so you're exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So tooltip looking. Tooltip look complete. I bet that's breaking it. Let's do this. Just jack up the... Icon could not be found on the screen. Even though it's right there. Okay. Let's make it fuzzy. Let's see, so 0, 0, screen width, height. Could be anywhere in like this whole quarter. Reload. Okay. Interesting. And now it's breaking. And now it's super broken. Okay. Okay. So if I... Well, that's an interesting problem. Okay, now it does nothing. Okay, good. I did not want to trash these. Can I say turret? Okay, I can say turret. Okay. That's the change then here. Okay. It's frustrating when computer stuff feels the need to be extra dum-dum. You have no idea what I'm trying to do. Don't mind the comments from the big gallery. You got in here a little late. I'm trying to somewhat automate the process of trashing all of my turrets that are like really low range, so that I don't have to deal with it manually all the time. And honestly, this is just about as fast as my automated solution, so it's kind of dumb, but here we are. Just clearing everything for the moment so we can try this again. Okay. So these need to be inside the loop. Let's see, and if I'm going to add turret to that, that's going to add another 7. So let's send 16 backspaces just so I know I've got enough. There have been a lot of you peanuts commenting. Hey, I didn't call you guys peanuts. All right. Okay, on the plus side, scrolling works. So, oh, okay, I've got an idea. Let's do control. Num plus. What is the number pad? List of keys, number pad. Numpad add. Okay. Turret range equals turret range plus 1. Tooltip turret range. Sleep 500. Tooltip. This way I can adjust as I see fit. Numpad sub -1 and global turret range equals 1. And then this does not loop at all. That doesn't need to be there. Grid H is 1, but grid H is not getting used, so that's okay. Oh, wow, lots of stuff. I just stay away from the railway tracks. Don't want to become peanut butter. I don't want to derail it too much. No, please don't derail me. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I've got something figured out here. Okay, so probably shouldn't allow it to go into the negatives, but that's okay. Okay, got to get rid of the message box. I don't need the message box anymore. And where is found? Oh yeah, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. And I can put tooltip clear down there. All right. Turret range 0. Ah, that's wrong. Let's undo that. Quote of the day, please don't derail me. Hey, look, the bot's back. That's nice. Okay, undo that. So I need to take turret range and put turret range where A index is so that I actually get the range selection that I select. Okay, untrash everything. Yes. Okay. This is probably going to be the fastest way of doing this. Okay, so let's look at range 2 turrets. Okay. Oh. But every time you search, it shuffles. No, it doesn't. What it does is it's sending the trash to the bottom. That's what it's doing. All right. And there's just a couple in between that it's not going to get, but that just trashed all of it. Tooltip under the first image search. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. All right, well, okay, you're going to lurk for a bit. Don't break anything. I break all kinds of stuff when I'm doing work like this. But I actually think we're good. So the only difference is I think I want to make the click a different command than setting the search so that I can reliably go through row by row without it changing all the time. Which means I want to change this. Let's go Control S, return, and we are going to take that part. We're going to copy this part. So that I've got two separate modes. Let's make sure we can't go below 0. If turret range is greater than 0, turret range -1. All right. No, that's less than. Oh dear. Control S totally doesn't work. Now I can't save. I can't save my script. Wait, I can control pause. No, control pause didn't work. Why didn't control pause work? What? The script is paused. It's not supposed to work right now. What is happening? Okay. All right. There we go. It now only works if Avorion is active. Okay. Okay, cannot go below 0. Beautiful. Trash. Trash. Up to 1. Search. Trash. 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 Up to 2. Search. Trash. Oh dear. No, let's untrash. Scroll up. There we go. Trash. This stuff was definitely already trash. Except for these two. Range 3. And trash. Okay, this is going to be the best we're going to get. And look at that. That's reasonably fast. I'm going to be okay with this. And if I really want to, I can be like, I want all... Oh, I gotta... That's too slow. I want to be able to crush the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Search. Range 12. Range 13. Range 14. Range 15. Range 16. 17, 18. 19. 20. 21. Yeah. This is going to work just fine. I have a solution that's a lot better. Would have been sweet to use the image search version that I spent, 3 hours writing, but yeah, this is just better. It's a lot more work, a lot more direct interaction, but it does the thing. Just really wish that would get... Wait, I bet I didn't save and reload the script properly. Oh, so much better. Way faster. Okay. Definitely, Mikey. This one's for Nolan. You did it. You did the thing. Here's the catch. Here's the catch, though. Hang on. If I had come across long live your ego, Nolan wins. If my Google foo was up and I found this really easy solution before I was so mad at the game that I was going to resort to Autohotkey to fix the game, I would have not been so mad at the game that I would have resorted to Autohotkey. And this method right here actually works. Like it's going to save me so much clicking and so much typing and so much everything that I'm actually glad I didn't find this in time. Do I have advanced turret stats on? No. What are advanced turret stats? Is it a mod? Is this the mod that would have done exactly what I wanted it to? Give me better filtering. Oh yeah, I've got that. DPS per slot. It doesn't sort by range, which was the thing that was driving me nuts, right? But anyways, it all works out. This actually gets me exactly what I want in the easiest way possible. So yes, to Nolan's ego. It was unrelated to range, just wanted to know if I had it. Okay. Yeah. If it's the thing that adds DPS per slot, then yes, we have it. All right. Well, that was fun. I have accomplished everything that I set out to do. I think I did all right. It does what I want. So I think this is going to be where I'm going to call it. Because I'm not going to do much for the next 20 minutes in the game. And yes, as it's been an educational night. You've probably gotten a glimpse into the worst coding practices of all time right here with me. But that is the nature of Autohotkey and my brain, so be it. Anyways, yes, thanks for the stream, everybody. Good night. I am going to say good night now. I'm going to say I will be back on Thursday for X4. I have not earned the worst. I named my variables. Okay, fair. I named my variables. I'm not the worst person in the world. You write a lot of ugly code and then come back and clean it up. Oh yes, but I have no intention of cleaning this up. This is just what it is. That's as good as it's gonna get. Anyways, I should stop being distracted now and say I will be back on Thursday with X4. So I hope I get to see you all then. But until then, as always, I have been Canon Frost. You all have been awesome. Thank you all very much for watching and putting up with the eclectic whatever the heck this was of me writing scripts because I'm lazy. And I can't wait to see the Autohotkey stream for X4. I should show you the if you look at the industrial hub, that circle of stations, they were precisely lined up by writing code in Autohotkey that drew a circle. So I'll have to show you that on the X4 stream. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching and have a good night. Take care, everybody.